Hi there, Dr. Gary here on the road. We sell dental practices nationwide. We're dental practice brokers. I was a dentist for 25 years and now doing the dental practice brokerage for 14. Today's topic is during the sale of a dental office closing, title company screws up. We'll talk about this one. As you know, we're in 22 states now. We have 10 employees, including 2 CPA accountants, and we're available to you 363 days a year, taking off Christmas and Easter. So call us anytime. We work from 8 a.m. till 9 p.m. East Coast time, 363 days. Our number is 201-663-0935, and our website is dentalpracticeguide.com or nationwidedentalpracticebrokers.com. Excuse the sunglasses. It's sunny out here in Massachusetts. And yeah, give us a call. 201-663-0935. Now, everything you're about to hear is for entertainment purposes. It's not legal advice or business advice. If you're thinking about selling to the big DSOs, dental services organization, call us, because they will often pay our commission, and we know everything about them. They're going through a lot of changes. And also, when you work with us, we'll get your legal fees reimbursed upon successful closing, based on some small criteria. So definitely give us a ring, and we'll get you rolling. Now, besides getting our commission paid, when you work with us, we'll also get your legal fees reimbursed upon successful closing. That's an important point. And very few brokers are doing that, if any, in the country. I believe we're the only ones. In fact, I think we're the only ones that will offer that, and we're the only ones that have over 500 YouTube videos on buying and selling a dental office. So definitely give us a call, okay? We'd be more than happy to chat with you. And if you want a free consultation, we'll talk to you then too. So this was a real estate dental purchase practice. There was a real estate broker that handled all the real estate, licensed broker, and we did care of the dental portion of it. So it wound up that the title company was going to do the entire closing, and they were going to disperse. So on Tuesday of this past week, the closing occurred. And it was before we thought it was going to be Wednesday. It happened on Tuesday. And but nobody really informed us. It was like a last-minute rush, which was happy to see it, because it should have closed about 3 weeks before that. But anyway, the situation occurred that the closing happened, and it's Saturday. I still haven't been paid. They were supposed to wire out the money. The real estate broker was supposed to be paid, and they still haven't been paid. And the seller has only gotten a portion of his money. Something happened with the real estate transaction. I mean, this is like unbelievable. And this all happened on Tuesday. This is, you get a unqualified title company with an unqualified dental attorney working together. Things get mixed up. So it's Saturday. I haven't received my money. The closing occurred on Tuesday. Why did this all happen? Miscommunication. The buyer's attorney was not a dental attorney. More miscommunication. Title company was supposed to handle real estate. They wound up handling the real estate and the dental office, and everything got mixed up. This stuff happens. That's why I tell you so many times. People say, this is not my first rodeo. Oh yeah, you know what you're doing. You've done 5 deals in a lifetime. And now you suddenly know everything. But now you encounter something like this. Now, what happens technically, so the seller got the money for the real estate, but the seller didn't get the money for the dental practice yet. And the contract is closed. Okay, I assume we'll be honorable and will eventually get the money. But the fact is, he didn't get the money. He's turned over the dental practice. So until he gets that money from the title company, he's essentially carrying a mortgage, if you want to call it, for the... he's carrying a mortgage for the buyer because the seller hasn't received his monies yet. So the deal is just sort of floating, even though it's officially closed. Now, we know the title company's good for it. We know that they're going to get the monies out. But the fact is, the seller doesn't have his money for the dental office. I didn't get paid. And the real estate broker didn't get paid. So you see the problems that happen when you use non-dental professionals? Again, I know I shouldn't be talking to you because you're so, many of you tell me this is their first rodeo. They're so familiar with the process. Yeah, I've done it like 186 times, and I haven't had this problem happen yet. So these things do happen. You've got to be aware of that. And you've got to be on your game for it. Because I got to tell you, problems do happen, issues do happen, and you've got to be on it to make sure you are not a victim of these problems. And now the seller's pissed. I'm pissed, and the one of the vendors pissed. The real estate broker is pissed. Because why? Because screw-ups from the title company. They didn't deliver. They simply didn't deliver. Got mixed up, and you got a legal situation because this buyer's taken over the practice, and the seller hasn't been paid for the practice. Got paid for the real estate, but not the practice. So these problems happen, and you've got to man it. Obviously, we're working throughout the weekend to resolve this issue. We feel good, and that the seller's going to get his money for the dental practice, but he didn't receive it yet. And you've got to manage this. You've got to keep the seller calm. You've got to keep the buyer calm. You've got to keep everybody calm. Assure them that it appears the money's coming through. But you use unfamiliar professionals, this is what happens. So I hope many of you who have done a few closings think they know how the whole process works. Tell me about it. It's always a new story, always a new problem, always a new issue. So just be aware of that these things do happen. And closing is not over until everybody's paid. So this is a tricky situation. Seller sold the dental practice and has not been compensated for it. I think it's going to be okay, and I think the buyer's honorable, but the money still hasn't come through. This is what we deal with, a little bit of chaos. I've got to calm everybody down, and hopefully we'll get through this. We now have 509 YouTube videos. Please listen, and then when you get a chance, if you want to do a great, those of you who have been listening, want to do a great testimonial of us, we'd greatly appreciate that too. Well, thank you for listening. And I'm away from the beach for a day. I'm a little disoriented, but heading back tonight. I can't wait. Thank you. Bye now.